Ladies and gentlemen, this is Justin McCormick with McCormick Games. Just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. This is the new and improved line of Scrimmage. It's now simulation football. And basically what I've got here, this is the old logo here. It used to be a dice battle football game, and now it's simulation football. What I've got here is pretty much all the components for what you need to play this. I've got yourself the football field, which I usually do in 11x17 size to be able to give you plenty of seeing ability to be able to mark your individual yardages and whatnot. Usually what you're going to need is 3 dice for each player, and then the 20-side die for your referee die. Got yourself an extensive rule book that I've got that I've took a long time to perfect. Tells you how to play each of the aspects of the game, as well as some ways of teaching the game of football to those that don't know. As you can see, a lot of the table of content here showing you pretty much what is included in the game that is available. You got yourself a little tracking sheet, and pardon the little sheen here, my fan is quite bright, but the little tracking sheet that I have that I've updated with the newer logo. This is just the old sheet, but with a lot of the components refined. You've got yourself your turn markers here. You've got overtimes for like the college games as well, all the way up to a 7th overtime. Yeah, you can thank Arkansas for doing the 7 overtime games for that one. Your scoreboard here, your timeouts, as well as you've got your challenges over here for each team. You also have got the downs and yards to go here, and the little hurry up box, which is one of the mechanics that I actually added on. You can not only do hurry ups, but the hurry up box will actually help to extend the game when you need those extra turns. Over here I've got a couple of sheets here. You have the main sheet here is going to be your play sheet. This is going to be what allows you to play the game turn by turn on your regular downs, and then a newly refined created team list, which has plenty of teams to give you a kind of a good competition between you and your friends. Alright, the only thing you really need for these, usually I'll laminate my sheets, as you can see here. This allows to be able to reuse them over and over again, and you really just need dry erase markers to be able to play this. Now, a lot of you may ask, how do you play? Well, it's very simple. There's my little business card there. Playing line of scrimmage is not really hard. You've got yourself the 20-side die, which acts as the referee die, and you've got 3 dice for each team. In this instance, I have the green and red dice. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these dry erase markers, and you're going to show the position of the football on the field by marking it, and using things like dots and X's, whatever, to determine what's going to happen on the field. Kickoffs start off by rolling the 3 dice to determine the distance, and once you have the distance determined, you'll place the ball on the spot, and then the other team will roll their 3 dice to determine the distance they travel before they meet up with the kicking team to attempt tackles. And then after that, you're going to try a 2 dice versus 2 dice setup, which determines how far the ball carrier is going to go before he is taken down, or whether he scores. Now, gameplay with a play sheet starts after that. Say he's tackled at the 20-yard line. then you're going to mark the first down marker with usually what I do is like a line. You're going to take your dice here, and you're going to hide them, and you're going to determine, okay, what play do I want to play? Well, let's say I'm on offense. I want to do 6, which you check your sheet. Offense is going to do, in this instance, an option run. And then green's going to pick their dice, and let's say they're anticipating pass early, so they'll do something like this, which is actually the nickel package. So you're going to determine on this the cross-reference between the two plays, and then after that you're going to take these values here and add them to the offensive side of the die, or subtract them depending, and then and then you'll roll the dice and determine how much yardage was given. Now, run plays use 1 offensive die versus 1 defensive die with a defensive penalty of 3. On a short pass play, offense gets to use 2 dice while the defense still uses 1 die, and then on a deep pass, offense will use 3 dice and the defense will use 2 dice. This allows the offense to have a numerical value while having the defense given an odds value, which means greater odds of rolling the ever-inclusive 6, which is pretty empowered in this game. It allows for both teams to be able to do things like breakaways, cause fumbles, gain interceptions, broken tackles, things like that. In a short nutshell, this game is pretty good about showing simulation football. I've had some crazy instances over the past year where I've had some double fumbles off an interception, some very big plays negated by penalty markers, things like that. And the rule sheet basically shows you everything you need to know, so, as well as having, if I can flip to it, you've also got pictures and whatnot to show you the different example formations that I use. But this game is pretty flexible about what you're going to be doing on the field. These plays are not specific. A quarterback draw is just that, but anything like a halfback middle dive up the middle can be considered any number of things, while a short pass with, like, say, ins and out routes could be any combination of them, and can turn, and the game actually makes it flexible with the ability to be able to turn an in route or an out route into a big game, depending on what the die roll will show. One of the biggest aspects is the 20-sided die, which is used for the penalties in the game. Not just for the penalties also, but it's been amplified to be able to include challenges, which actually will help the game progress. If a big game goes awry, or you don't believe that the guy got a touchdown, you can call a challenge. And just like in football, you do start off with 2 challenges, but you can instantly get a third one if you're successful about winning both your other ones. A lot of the new things that I added towards this, besides perfecting challenges and the use of my creative teams, you also have sideline catches, which basically can help stop the clock late in the halves. You've got the all-inclusive Hail Mary when it's late in the game for that miracle catch. You've got the pick six. You've got running out of bounds, icing the kicker, the onside kick flub. You got a little cheat sheet as well on the last page to help give you a little bit of a review of a lot of the aspects, so you don't have to constantly look through the rule book. After about one one or two games, it should be pretty easy, as the game is pretty repetitive about what you need to do, with a few things like interceptions and fumbles that you need to just take care of. Then as well, you've got your down here, it tells you about the points for those that don't know football as much, as well as explanations about how to go through your normal dice rolls, the yard for yard mechanic, which was an addition last year, which allows the players to advance anywhere from anywhere on the field to anywhere else on the field without scoring a touchdown. So, for example, you can have the ball at, say, the 5-yard line here, and you could take it all the way up to about the 1-yard line here, and then get tackled just shy because of a successive amount of dice rolls that the offense gets to use. Same thing for the defense. If they get an interception, they can return it up to 99 yards without a score from the goal line. So things like that were added to gain that realism of football itself. So if you guys have any questions or anything, you can comment below. You can excuse me. You can definitely ask about what goes on with it. I can do explanations later on if you'd like. I do have 2 physical copies right now that I'm looking to possibly get rid of. I'm in Central Kentucky right now, and I also have the digital copies that I can pretty much email to anybody that's willing to purchase it. Only looking for digital copies to sell for $5. You just have to come up with your own dice, which you can see here. That's all you need, other than your dry erase markers. If you personally laminate it, that's pretty much your option on that stuff. But again, digital copies I'm looking to sell for $5. I wish to do a complete run through of a game sometime in the near future, but I am working a new job, and it pretty much kills half my week because I work 12-hour shifts now. So, but anyway, I digress. Anyway, anybody interested in looking more into this, you can message below, comment below, like I said. I will answer you in the best time that I possibly can. So it may end up being sometime late in the week. But I thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. God bless. And y'all have a great day.